Hey everybody, this is Aaron Orton, and I am making this video because I need to speak my mind. And I have had about 22 weeks of prep already elapsed and about 20 pounds of body fat dropped before making my first YouTube video for training prep. Presently, I'm weighing about 185.8 upon waking. I've seen as low as 184.4. And just yesterday after a refeed, I saw 187.0. So fluctuating between 184 and 187. Last prep at this time, I was right around those numbers as well. Now, I am far more ahead of the game than I've ever been. In fact, I would say my conditioning is equal to a week or two out compared to last time, with more variety in my diet than last time. So success alone, I should be very appreciative of that. My body has just begun to fight back. I feel like I've been plateaued at this weight for about 2 to 3 weeks. Now my weekly average is down. I am down about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. But I still haven't broken 184.4. And I've lowered my macros as low as I feel like I comfortably can. I'm currently sitting at 265 on protein, 275 on carbs, and as low as 40 grams of fat per day. That seems to work for me, at least up until this point. My refeeds are once every 5 days, generally on a leg or a chest day, in order to encompass the weights I need to handle on those days. My current split is 5 days a week. I'm starting Sundays off with an upper pressing day. Power, so between 4 and 8 reps are my working sets. Lots of volume. My second day of the week is Monday, and I am doing a lower push day. And that lower push day is involving mostly power squats, hack squats, leg press, and front squats. Just the meat and potatoes there. Rarely I'll do an isolated exercise, and that'll be something like occluded leg extensions. My Tuesdays are upper pulling power. I'm doing weighted pull-ups, I'm doing T-bar rows, bent over rows, heavy dumbbell rows, and heavy isolated lat pull-downs. I take a day off thereafter. On Thursday, I train lower power pull, so we're talking hamstrings. Generally, I'm going to be doing straight leg deadlifts, sumo stance leg press, seated and lying ham curls, along with calves, and usually some abductor or adductor work for just that auxiliary benefit if I miss that muscle group. Generally, I get enough adductor stress from squatting, but if I feel like it's lagging, I will throw that in. My final day of the week is Friday, and that is a delt and trap day with a little bit of direct arm work. So usually biceps are thrown in there, sometimes triceps, but if I hit my tris and delts too hard on Friday, I find that can affect my upper pressing day on Sunday. So Saturday's an additional day off, so currently 5 days a week in the gym. Now that my split is covered and my nutrition is covered, I'm going to discuss how I'm feeling during this prep. Right now, I am 5 weeks, 6 days out from my first show, the Vancouver Natural 2014, and I am 6 weeks, 6 days out from the 2014 Washington State NANBF Championships, a show I have never done, and I am very excited for, and the reason why this prep exists. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, if you would, for the Vancouver. I'm going to look good there. I'm going to be more conditioned than I've ever been on stage. As far as fullness, though, I'm not willing to have an entire week of eating up until that show, in a hope that I don't spill over, per se, for the Washington State the next week. I'm really concentrating on that show, and I'm hoping to use that week prior as a warm-up to see how my body responds to a higher carb up. Last time I did a show, a year and a half ago, I carved up by about 600 grams of carbohydrates on the Wednesday and Thursday prior to the show, about 400 the day before, and about 600 the day of. If everything goes as planned, I'll be eating very similar to that. Also keeping account, I'm throwing in more red meat during that week as well. Today was an upper pressing day. It is Sunday, and I am furious. I'm pissed. I could not lift the weights that I normally lift on my upper pressing day. Was it from low calorie intake? Was it because I need a deload? Probably a little bit of those things. But this is to help those who go through prep and for me to look back on at 6 weeks out and say these things happen. You have to face the fact that you're getting leaner. You've dropped a lot of weight. You've dieted for a long time. And doing certain exercises for a natural just are going to be difficult at this time. I let it get to me today. I could not put up the 100-pound dumbbells on an incline dumbbell press. For the life of me, I could not do it. And I got mad. I got furious. I tossed the hundreds. I put a hole in my gym wall because of such. And I had to collect myself thereafter. My workout partners, they have never seen me like that. But when you're irritable, you're low calorie, and you get to this point where all you want to do is maintain that strength while in this deficit, there's going to be a time and a place when you just can't hit those numbers. And I'm going to accept that. But next week, I'm going to come back at it at full force, and I'm going to put those hundreds up next week. And that's going to be my goal, is to have my refeed time for that day, get adequate rest the night before, adequate carbs prior to the workout, even if it's the majority of what I allow myself per day. The goal is to put those weights up. As far as my other training days, I have not seen a loss in any strength. Perhaps my barbell power clean has gone down a hair. But again, if you think about it, after 20 pounds dropping, if I'm lifting the same weights I was before, body weight to strength ratio is much greater than it's ever been. These weights were probably a good 10 to 15% lighter my last prep. So I've been able to maintain far more strength this prep than last prep. And those numbers would include barely being able to pull 455 on a deadlift last prep. And every week that I've attempted, I've pulled 500 this prep. Squats, I remember my best ever was 385 for 3 reps my last prep. This prep, I've done 405 for 3 plus a drop set into 315. So 20 pounds of strength there. And finally, my bench press strength is up about 10 to 15 pounds as well compared to last prep. I was doing about 245 for 5 to 6 last prep. I'm doing 265 for sets of 6 during this prep. Upper pressing strength as a natural is the first thing that seems to go. Every single prep, I just cannot maintain it at this last little bit. And it's also where my weakest muscle groups are. So I am in a frustrating position right now. My glutes need to be leaner. That's what the Washington State wants to see. But the Vancouver, and for my own sake, the chest and the shoulder size is what they want to see. So it is a battle right now, and I'm focusing on such. Finally, as far as his mindset, I'm ready to win an overall. I might not win Vancouver, but I feel like I'm ready for this Washington State show. I've done everything properly. I started dieting in late October, and I have been very consistent with my nutrition. I do my own nutrition. I don't have anyone else do it. I study my body better. I feel that way. I know my body better. I know I don't respond well to high fats. I've never seen fat loss with 50 grams of fat or more at this close to showtime. And therein is why it's at 40. My refeed days are around 450 grams of carbs presently, and that is ridiculous compared to a lot of people who are dropping weight down to get ready for a show. That would just be a dream come true. So I have to be happy about where I put my food calories right now. I may make another video for the future for this, just something to look back on, something to refer to, see where I was at, see how I was feeling, maybe in a week or two. And if you have specific questions for me, if you want to know what I'm doing, if you want to see more gym-based exercises or even posing, go ahead and leave a comment or email me or message me on my fan page. My Facebook has one, and bodybuilding.com has an account as well. I hope you like this video, and have a great day.